Welcome back to the channel. Drew here, guys. This is a great day for me. I got my notification this week that I'll be able to build out my Ford Lightning, and more importantly, I got confirmation that I'll be receiving a $7,000 discount to the current MSRP, and this is something I will continue to use time and time again to save money on new vehicles that I know are going to be eventually marked up. Let's talk about it. Let's jump in. Alright guys, so if you've been following the Ford Lightnings, one of the most popular vehicles, or one of the most exciting vehicles that people are looking forward to, the price on all the Ford Lightnings have gone up. It's kind of disappointing when you're planning on a vehicle that starts out at $40,000 and now it starts out at $47,000, and the upper trims go up to $90,000. But when I put in my order and built everything out, I received confirmation that because of my having a reservation early in the system, qualified for 22 pricing, which in this case is a massive $7,000 discount to what the 2023 will be. Now, this is, if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm a big proponent of if you know, doing a little bit of research on the automotive industry and looking ahead to find out what are going to be the hot new vehicles, the exciting vehicles coming out. And even if you're not sure if you're going to purchase the vehicle, putting a reservation in, a spot in the line, in this case it was a $100 deposit, and that way as the vehicle develops and it gets closer to actually production times, you are right at the front of the list. And it allows you to get a vehicle early in the system. If need be, put it on the platform, be one of the first vehicles on the platform to capitalize on really high income rentals, and then keep it for 12, 18 months. You could sell the vehicle for close to what you paid for it, sometimes more than what you paid for it. But another perk to that is many times you'll be locked into early pricing on the vehicle. Now, Ford has been great with allowing you to have price protection. I use this on both of my Ford Broncos. Both of my Ford Broncos, even though they got pushed up a year, I was able to save $975 off the MSRP price because they had gone up. And in this case, it's not even just that. You also have the dealer markups on the vehicles. When I built my most recent Ford Bronco, the green one, the dealership, if I had not picked up the vehicle, the dealership was going to mark the vehicle up $20,000 for an MSRP on a base model of, I'm sorry, not an MSRP, for the selling price on a base model of $54,000. And so I did not pay $54,000. I didn't even pay the original $33,875. I paid $32,000 for the Bronco. And this puts you in a really strong position to rent the vehicle as long as you need to, as far as that goes. Now, this is not going to be a video where it's you should have done this a year ago or whatever. I want to tell you what vehicle that I'm targeting for, not 22, not 23, but actually 24. And that is a vehicle that I've already put 2 reservations on, and I believe it could be, the Ford Lightning version of the 2024, and that is the Fisker Pair. Now, the rebirth of Fisker as a company has a lot going on right now, but all the focus is on the Fisker Ocean. And I have a Fisker Ocean reserved. I think it's going to be a very cool vehicle. They're doing a lot of things very unique about the vehicle, including a solar panels built into the roof to add range while the car's sitting. Just some other a screen that can change in different landscape to portrait mode. A lot of cool features. And there's a lot of questions about, as far as the Fisker Ocean, how it's going to do. But keep in mind that currently there's about 50 to 60,000 Fisker Ocean reservations, so you're really not going to be at the very front of the line in that vehicle. And the Fisker Ocean is going to a extremely competitive market as far as a mid-size electric SUV. Remember, that's Model Y territory, the most popular SUV on the planet right now. And you also have all the big manufacturers have EV SUVs in that same range and pricing point, including the ID4 from Volkswagen. You have Hyundai has their Ioniq 6 or whatever it is. Kia has their EV6. You have all these different electric SUVs that are very, very competitive in that market. So there's still a lot of questions as far as the brand recognition of Fisker as a brand, and is that going to be a vehicle that's going to be competitive as far as that goes. Now, the reason I'm targeting the Pair is not only because the price of the Ocean starts at around high 30s to $70,000, where the Pair, the starting price on the Pair is going to be $29,995. And it'll be one of the lowest priced EVs on the market. And it's also going to be built in the US. So that means it should qualify for the brand new EV tax credit of up to $7,500 off of that price. So, and you could be able to buy a brand new, very cool, very technology advanced and a lot of unique features and a great looking vehicle, EV, for up to $22,500, which is unbelievable. So now, Fisker's not really talking a lot about the Pair. They have released some photos starting back in February, and we've slowly seen more aspects of the vehicle, but what we do know is it looks like a very good-looking vehicle. It's going to have some very unique things as far as storage and space, and as far as that goes. And more importantly, the cost is just, it's undercutting all the other manufacturers. And if Fisker has any type of success on the Ocean, then the Fisker Pair could be one of the most popular vehicles for 2024 if they can get production out of that time. Now, I've promoted a lot of vehicles, since the beginning of my channel. If you were one of my early subscribers, you heard me talk about the C8 being a very important car to try to get a reservation or a build out on that. And now C8s are still, after being on the market for 2.5 years, they're still getting market adjustments of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. I talked about the Ford Bronco. And Broncos, remember, they've been out for, they've been hitting the road over a 1.5 years ago, and Broncos are still getting marked up $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. I talked about the, the Maverick Hybrid, and Maverick Hybrids are getting marked up $10,000, $15,000. These are vehicles that I've been promoting. I talked about getting reservations on, even like the Cybertruck, although that was, even when I started the channel, maybe it was a little too late for that. But the point is, I have a fairly good track record of picking different vehicles that are going to, the demand on the vehicles are going to increase and not decrease, and that really helps you if you're going to use this strategy for the Toro platform. Now, is the Pair a vehicle that I'm going to miss? I don't think so. Because, Fisker as a company, there's still a lot of questions to be determined. I understand I've been following Tesla for almost a decade now. So I get a little bit sick of people hearing, Rivian's going to be the next Tesla, or Luce is going to be the next Tesla, or all these other EV companies. There's only one Tesla, okay? And there's a reason that Tesla was the first new U.S. automaker to survive in like 100 years, because it's extremely difficult to build a new automaker and build out a brand, and there will never be another Tesla. So the question is Fisker going to be a company that's going to survive and going to thrive? And there's still questions to be asked about that, but they have a couple of tricks up their sleeves, so to speak, and they're doing things a little bit different in their second run out. If you remember, they did create the Fisker Karma, so they've been around for a little while. It was a great looking car, just had a lot of problems with it, and hopefully they learned from that experience in their second revamp as a company, and they're doing things a little bit different. The main thing is they're not trying to build out their own factories and try to learn how to manufacture vehicles at scale. Instead, they're partnering with other companies that are already building and manufacturing cars. The Fisker Ocean is going to be built by Magna, which is one of the larger auto manufacturers. They build cars for BMW in the same plant. They build cars for many different manufacturers, and very high, world quality cars. Excellent expertise in manufacturing. They're very good at what they do. And not only has Fisker partnered with them to have Magna build all the Fisker Oceans, but they've actually given Magna a 7% stake in Fisker as a company. So Magna has a financial reward to make sure this Ocean launch is a success. And Magna also has, remember, they do a lot of the manufacturing for parts and different, in this environment, it's very difficult to get automotive parts. Many manufacturers run into that. So Magna has the ability to kind of cut the line and get the parts that they need to build the vehicles. So that's a big asset. Not only does Fisker not have to build a factory and try to have to hire all these different people and machinery and so forth to try to build their own cars, they're using a company that's what they do, is manufacture cars. Now, the Fisker Pair, very important, is going to be partnered with Foxconn in Ohio, in the U.S., which means it qualifies for the full EV tax credit, and that can make an affordable EV extremely affordable if you can use that EV tax credit. Now, most importantly, currently there is only somewhere between, in June there was 3,200 reservations for the Pair. Probably now there's somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 reservations. So not only can you get an early allocation, you can get an early spot in the line, so to speak, but Henrik Fisker has confirmed that they will keep that price of $29,000 for the first 30 to 40,000 reservations. And then he's only promised a pricing lock, so to speak, for 22 and 23. After that, there's no promise that the price will stay the same. And we all know the price will definitely have to go up for them as that vehicle becomes mainstream. So here's an opportunity for you to get early spot in the line. The focus is on the Ocean. You could be within the first 10,000 reservation of what I believe could be one of the most popular and exciting vehicles of 2024. And the only thing you have to do is put a $250 deposit down. I believe the deposit's still refundable. And so, there's always that case of I think about the Nikola Badger, where I put $100 down on that, and that just never worked out. The company, we don't even know if Nikola will continue to survive, but they refunded me the $100. There was nothing that I lost as far as that goes. I think this could be the same case. A $250 deposit could keep you right up front to one of the very exciting cars in the future, and I think it's worth the risk. So hopefully this is helpful. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll keep you up to date on the automotive changes and how that affects the Toro business. If you want to be one of the most successful hosts on the platform, I'm out. Thanks.